Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Trisha. So, I have here today another Christmas painting idea with watercolors. This process is also very easy for beginners. There is really no secret here on how to create this painting. I'm going to show you step by step of the way in this process. Will be a little bit of a long video, but I just want to make sure I cover every step. So if you are a complete beginner and you never picked up a brush before, you're able to do this painting. And we are using today watercolor paint, and we're also going to use watercolor pencils. You're going to see it further in the video. And I'm also going to decorate this stocking with white pen, Jelly Roll white pen. If this drawing is a little bit difficult for you, you can check some of my Christmas drawing videos that I had from last year, actually. Uh, and I have some Christmas drawings there, Christmas trees and stockings and other Christmas stuff doodles that you can get inspired from those drawings. Hopefully, uh, those simple doodles are helpful just to show you how to get that drawing done. But basically, what you want to do here is just start with a very light sketch of your drawing, whether it's going to be a stocking or a Christmas tree or anything at all, and then add your paint, and then at some point let your paint dry, and then add more paint or colored pencils or watercolor pencils, which is what I'm using today. And then decorate your stocking or your Christmas tree with acrylic pen or jelly roll white pen, whichever you prefer. But yes, this process should be very easy for beginners. That is really no secret here. I think we just kind of have to get started. And like I said, I think the only thing that might be a little bit more challenging if you are not used to sketch, then it will be the drawing. If there is any interest in getting the drawing, a line drawing of this stocking, please let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to add that to my website so you can download it from my website for free. If you find it difficult to do the drawing, I know when I first started my art journey, drawing was always more difficult than painting, and it's different for everyone, but for some people drawing comes very easy, and the painting it's a little more complicated, and for others is the opposite. The drawing might be a little more challenging, and the painting is just so satisfying and easy. And so yeah, so some people ask me sometimes, do you need to know how to draw to be an artist? um, and that's a tricky question because the short answer is no, you don't. But the long answer, a more elaborated answer is, well, it depends. I think it depends on your goals. What do you want from being an artist? What is exactly that you want to accomplish as an artist? And do you want to be just a hobbyist artist to create art just for fun, just as a hobby? Or maybe you were looking into getting into a profession as an artist. You're planning to maybe at some point become a full time artist and make money from art. Then maybe in that case, I would say that drawing is very important part of art, and we probably should invest some time and effort in learning how to draw, because um, you never know where your career is going to take you, and then maybe you will need the knowledge of how to draw in order to accomplish certain goals within your professional career. Um, but then again, is it possible to be an artist and not a visual artist and not know how to draw? Yes, it is possible. It's definitely possible. There are many artists that show their ability to create beautiful and amazing art, and without really knowing how to sketch something. And the opposite is also true. There are many people who do not make money from art. They're not full-time artists. They use art just as a hobby, um, and know how to draw beautifully, and have a lot of knowledge on how to sketch, how to draw, how to do a lot of things. So yes, I think it depends. That is the long answer. It depends on a lot of factors whether or not uh, an artist needs to know how to draw or not. But ultimately, I think it's important to learn how to draw. It's very beneficial for any artist, whether you're hobbyist artist or whether you're full-time professional artist. There are many benefits on learning how to draw. You develop your art, you develop yourself, you get to explore something new. So, yes, if you ask me, do you think I should learn how to draw? Then my answer is yes, it will always be yes. Um, because of your personal development, you will develop something that is new. You are going to enter a new territory, and maybe it's a little challenging in the beginning, but you get to learn something new, and this is something that will never be taken away from you. So, yes, I think, um, do you need to know how to draw in order to be an artist? Short answer, no. Long answer, it depends. But my advice is, I think it's fun to try something new. I think it's good to learn a new skill. And even if we think that's going to be difficult, um, I think we need to conquer that fear. And once we get started and we get our feet wet, we start discovering that we have so much potential that we never imagined that we would be able to um, do something unless we actually get started. So anyway, I didn't want to get off track so much, but I know that some people ask that question often about drawing and painting. Can I just start with painting? Yes, you can start just with painting. Ultimately, the goal of creating art is to enjoy the process, is to, you know, discover something new. Um, every painting is um, every painting is something different. You, especially with watercolors, because watercolors is just so unpredictable. So you always have a new experience. And so the point is to have fun, to enjoy the process. So if that's what you want to do, then so be it. Then just do what brings you joy. And if you want to add more to your artistic skills, then and you don't know how to draw, then learning how to draw, it's a lot of fun. Don't be intimidated because you might think something is too difficult. No, it ends up being a lot of fun. And we go in this journey step by step. So anyway, for this Christmas painting, this stocking, I wanted to make it look very cute. Again, there is really no secrets here. I make my stocking like a little bit chubby, so it looks kind of cute. And I'm going to make a lot of decorations here. I did make a mistake in the bottom of this stocking at some point, adding, I think, too much paint in it and just got a little bit messy, but I was able to fix it. And that is another thing, that's another advice I give to beginners when you're working on watercolor paint. Even if you do make a mistake, don't stop. Don't throw away your paint. Don't, just keep going. Let it dry, take a break, and come back to it and add maybe uh, other embellishments on your art, maybe with something dry, with colored pencils or with ink or with acrylic markers, or just even this jelly roll white pen that I'm using here, because you can always fix anything in your art. And most of the time, if you do make a mistake, you can always almost always fix that. There are some times that it's unfixable, but uh, yeah, I don't stop my painting just because I made a mess and made a mistake there. And all these mistakes usually happen when we are trying to go too fast, when um, we start painting over an area that is still wet, or we're just having too much fun and we're adding too much water in our painting. So usually that's what causes those mistakes, those areas of error, but it can always be fixed. And so you're going to see here in the video at some point that that was my mistake there, but I was able to fix, and pretty satisfied on how it came out in the end. Um, this is not supposed to be a masterpiece. I just doing this for fun, and I hope this Christmas painting inspires you to maybe create something that you can use as a Christmas card, or you can use it um, as something to decorate your home, or just for yourself, just to keep it on your sketchbook. However you like to use this. And of course, it's important to use a good quality watercolor paper. I always say that. I know it might be a little bit repetitive, but the paper is very important. Just make sure you have a watercolor paper. And the watercolor paint, it's a very affordable brand that I'm using here. It's nothing fancy. And the watercolor pencils that I'm using today is the Prismacolor watercolor pencils, which is very, very good. It's very, very good quality. So it's a little bit pricey, but it's very satisfying to use this brand of color pencils. I'm not being sponsored, by the way, but whenever I talk about a art supply here on my channel, it's not because anybody is paying me, it's because I really like that product and I'm sharing with you. So when you're out shopping, you know what to buy, and you know that something is of good quality. So for this Christmas painting, I decided to keep these traditional colors, red and green. Last week I had a video with blue Christmas trees, which is not very common. I just like blue, so I did blue and golden Christmas trees. So if you're interested in that video, I will also leave a link in the description. But yes, for this one here, I decided to make it more those more traditional colors, red and green. You could add inside of your um, inside of your stocking, like sticking out a little bit like this one. You can add maybe a gingerbread man. You can add more florals. You can add little cherries are super cute. You could add more of the candy cane. You could add more colors to your candy cane, like maybe instead of just red and white, like this one is going to be, you can do green and red or any other color you want to. So, yes, I decide to create this painting, this Christmas watercolor painting in the more traditional colors. But you can use whatever colors you want. You can use purple and yellow, whatever. Any colors that maybe have some specific meaning to you. Just doesn't have to be specifically these colors that I'm using here. So this project I was able to finish fairly quickly in just a few hours. That's what is good about watercolors, because it's kind of a more fast medium, I think, than colored pencils, for example. I do a lot of art with colored pencils and they take a long time. It's just how the process is for colored pencils. But yeah, so this project I was able to create fairly quickly. I think since we usually get so busy this time of the year, Christmas, we have so many things to do. People want to go shopping, they want to go to parties, Christmas parties, and I don't know, attend other events and other activities during Christmas time. So I figure I'll do some art ideas here on my channel that are kind of quick, that you can replicate in a short amount of time, not have to spend a lot of time to create these Christmas art. Well, I really hope this video inspires you, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying with me all the way to the end of this video. I hope you enjoy this Christmas stocking painting. If you have difficulties with the drawing, with the sketching of the subject, I have a Christmas drawing video that can give you some ideas on how to draw Christmas stuff. And that's the video that's coming up next. I'll see you again soon. In the meantime, keep creating. Bye bye.